Yo, what's up, guys? Back with another Christian whipping episode.
Whipping. I love that.
Yo, my guy.
Do you want to say your story, bro?
Yeah, say your story.
Damn, bro, this car's really hot. Let's turn this down.
Yeah, I'm actually getting very warm.
I'm just trying to find the right lighting here. Yo, morning, Jack's YouTube channel. How are ya? So I don't know how to speak in front of a camera. This is kind of weird, but
I'm saying,
Don't be too close. Give it a bit.
But anyway, guys, today is my birthday, and at the moment, myself, Jack, and the 4 boys that are in the car with me are in the process of our pastor planting a church, and it's just been a really beautiful move that's starting to come together, and we've been gathering together daily, and I think it just died.
Is it still flashing red? No,
it's
keep
still
going.
Okay, I just can't see my face, so I don't know if I'm in frame. But we've been going through a bit of a church plant, and it's really been something that's only been able to be put together by the hand of God and by the Spirit of God. And this morning I was just really reflecting, and this is just something I thought I'd share on here that impacted me. I just really felt God's intentionality and love this morning as I was waking up and spending time with him in the waking hour. And I was just reflecting on my journey of coming into the church and how God saved me, and that it was really nothing to do with the pastor or the church or the venue that I was in, but it was the fact that I walked into church and encountered God. And if the pastor who was ordained to be the head of that church did not give the mantle fully to the Spirit of God, I might not have ever been able to encounter God the way that I did inside of that church, and who knows where I would be now. When I walked into that church, I was broken, I was lost, I was confused. I wouldn't have been able to comprehend any sorts of religion or expectations pushed on me. I didn't even know any doctrine. I didn't know the law of God. I'd barely ever read the Bible. I knew of God as I grew up in a Christian family, but I didn't know all of these quote-unquote church things and the cultures that are inside of a church. And I didn't even know that there were different denominations. And walking into this church, just walking straight into the hands of God and having him love me and encounter me was probably the best thing that had ever happened to me. And over the last few months, he got told to leave the church abruptly, so we've sort of been hanging around and actively waiting on the Lord the last 4 months. Myself and Jack have gone to a few other churches, and we haven't been able to connect with God in the same way in any of the churches that we've been to. And it's because there's culture that has been built up over many different years. There are, it's just almost as if we're not finding the Lord in the center of it as we did at the church that we first were going to and that our growth journey started. And even just in the prayer meetings we've been hosting, we've really just been praying and asking the Lord to make sure that the journey and the birthing of the church is just based off of the Spirit of God, and that it's not anything to do with man, and it's not the spirit of man that's trying to birth something out of his own strength. But I was just realizing today that, it's just a privilege to be a part of what God is doing in general, and it's a privilege to be able to sit back and have him move. And that is more than enough for us to just throw ourselves at the mercy of God and lay down at the feet of Jesus and let him do the rest for us. The very fact that we get to journey with him and partner with him and have him use us to shine his glory through is what should be driving us to continually be humble at his feet. And I just want to encourage everyone who hears this and who listens to this, that wherever you are in all life's journeys, I think it says in Ephesians 1, somewhere in the chapter 20s, that Christ was given to us as head over all things, above all principality and power, above all of the evils in the heavens and on the earth. And he was given to the church as head over all things. And that's just a beautiful reality. And I think that we need to keep the Lord in that position of supremacy and lordship. And as a body, we just get to be part of him being the head over all things, and he really does have to be the head over all things in every area and part of your life. We need to be constantly submitting to him and constantly be at his feet, and it's at that place where you get to be a part of what he's doing in the earth, but you also get to be healed by him, and you also get to encounter him in a way that is so profound. And this morning I just reflect of the privilege and the honor that it was to walk into a house of God where Jesus was the center of it, and I was able to walk in and encounter the living God. I didn't encounter any church culture. I didn't encounter the spirit of man trying to do anything or push his agenda on me or tick a box to get another churchgoer along. I encountered someone who was laying at the feet of Jesus and allowing God to move through, and God's all about doing business with his people. He's all about healing us. He's all about consoling us. He's all about comforting us and healing our inner parts that are broken. So before I start rambling on about this too much, I think I'm just going to leave it there, and it's a privilege and an honor to be able to share on Jack's channel for my birthday, and bless you all.
The angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you."
I've come to the end of myself. My hands in the air, Jesus, I've got nothing left. And I wanna keep singing, but I'm feeling the weight. I'm seeing the cycles of all the hate. Open up those heavenly gates. We cry, justice, freedom come. Open up those heavenly gates. We cry for mercy and for your love. You see the forgotten, you stand in their pain. You're shoulder to shoulder with all who are finding their way. In every season, through every song, you hear the cries of the broken. God, won't you come and open up those heavenly gates? Those heavenly gates. We cry, justice, freedom come. Open up those heavenly gates. Yeah, those heavenly gates. We cry for mercy and for your love. Yeah. Open up those heavenly gates. Those heavenly gates. We cry, justice, freedom come. Open up those heavenly gates. Yeah, those heavenly gates. We cry for mercy and for your love. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth as we see it in heaven. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth as we see it in heaven. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done.
The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they reveal knowledge. They have no speech. They use no words. No sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens God has pitched a tent for the sun.
Heavenly gates.